Alright, this lesson is going to teach you how to create shapeTweens, which are a little bit different from motionTweens, which we looked at before. Okay, the main difference is that you do not need to create a symbol like you do with motionTween, and you also use keyframes. So let's begin. ShapeTweens work best with solid shapes without an outline. So I'm not going to put stroke on my rectangle here. I'm just going to make it a solid red box. So I'm going to draw that now. And now move it to a corner. I might just move it to the top left using my guidelines there. See the dotted lines appearing? There you go, top left. Okay, now this is where it's a bit different from motion tweening. I'm going to choose 40 frames and press F6 instead of F5. Normally with motion tweens you press F5. ShapeTweens you press F6 because that creates a keyframe. And you can tell it's a keyframe because it has a little circle in it if you look on your timeline down here. Okay, so what it's done is it has created the first frame to frame 39. It's all the same frame. It's like an extension of that one frame. But then when it gets to frame 40, it's created a new frame, which in this case happens to be exactly the same. But this is where we're going to make our change. So this frame here that's identical, we're actually going to delete this shape, okay, on this last keyframe here. And you'll notice it's been deleted because on your timeline it has become transparent now. It used to be grayed out, now it's white again. Okay, now this is where we make our change. So at the moment we've got a red box, but what we're going to do is we're going to make it fly across the screen and turn into maybe a circle or something like that. So I'm going to change my shape here. I'm going to go oval tool, and I'm even going to change the color. I'm going to make it blue. Okay, now I'm going to go to my last frame where it's empty, and I'm going to draw a circle. Now wherever this circle ends up is where the motion will go to. So I'm going to go bottom right hand corner. Okay, so I've got a square in the top left when I move my timeline back, and then I've got a circle in the bottom right. Okay, so at the moment this looks kind of silly, it's just appearing, but if I was to highlight my whole timeline now, and the easiest way to do this is to click away first and then click and hold and drag. I find that the easiest way. Or you can double click and then use shift to select the last bit as well. But I find the easiest way is still just click away first and then click and hold. That highlights everything. Once you've got that, right click and say create shapeTween. Okay, and you can tell it's a shapeTween because it goes green and it has these little arrows there. So it is transitioning this shape, and if we want to have a look at how it appears, press enter. And there you go, there's our shapeTween animating from a square into a circle. Okay, so it's created an animation. And just like in motionTweens, if I want to have multiple shapeTweens, you have to create multiple layers. Now if I want to create more movement, I might just go over here to, we'll go frame 80. Here we go, frame 80. We're going to go F6 again, add a new keyframe. But this time we're going to move it somewhere else. So let's move our ball over here. As a matter of fact, let's just move it to the corner. And now let's manipulate this ball in some way. So I'm going to make it grow bigger. And I might even play around with its edges a bit. Make it turn into this little jelly bean shape. Okay, and now you'll have a look. Our shapeTween keeps changing. Okay, and you can just keep doing that, and you can almost make it look like one of those old screensavers. Okay, so that's shapeTweens. What I want you to do is create maybe a couple of shapeTweens on different layers with a few different movements in them, and that'll be that for this lesson.